Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of my Ironman series. I can't believe we're already on episode 5, this is going so fast. And yeah, we're still on the grind for the Lunar Diplomacy quest, unlocking the kingdom, and branches of Darkmire. And the last episode left off with me talking about the Christmas event. Now, I'm sure that the Christmas event will be very close to being gone from the game, if not already gone, so just keep that in mind. You most likely will not be able to do these methods anymore, but as I mentioned in the last episode, it's really good for construction, combat, and cooking for Ironmen. So with the time that I had with this, I took advantage of that, and I got to 53 cooking for the Heroes quest. And I'm not going to do any more levels here, even though it's probably more efficient because it's faster, but I can just train cooking easily when I train fishing. Anyway though, as for the construction and ranged training at the other skilling area, I got 33 construction and 37 ranged now, which isn't super important as in the levels, but what's really important is that I'm now higher than my old hardcore Ironman. That account I stopped at 1172 total, and now we're at 1173. And yeah, here we are at the Ravenous Ghouls for the third time now, hoping to get that last split bark item, the split bark body, because it's really annoying using the spider silk body. It just irks me, man. So let's try my luck. Third time's a charm, hopefully. Well, that kind of sucked. It was pretty uneventful. I didn't get one, but I did get 55 magic, so now I can do high elking as well as wild magic. Wild magic is a very good threshold, so I should definitely see my DPS skyrocket after this. But seeing as the Ravenous Ghouls are literally killing me on the inside, you know, fuck it. We're gonna go and get the level 50 Fremenic Power Armor. And they actually take a wee bit of time to get on an Ironman, so it's gonna be quite a trek, but I think it'll be worth it. I do need 50 defense to wear them though, so I'm gonna stick with the 55 magic just for now and just train defense fully until I get to 50. Maybe I also can do some quests to speed up this process. Yo, 56 agility! Now I can do Regicide. Ever since I finished the Underground Pass, I've wanted to do that quest because it unlocks the Elf Lands, which I need for various clue scrolls and what have you. But there are so many other things I want to do first, so we're going to hold off on that. It's just nice to have the agility requirement out of the way. Thank you, Terrorbird runs. And finally, the 53 cooking from earlier paid off because we just finished the Heroes quest. I think I mentioned this in the last episode, but you can use an account that has already finished the Heroes quest to help you out. So what I did was I used my main account and I made sure that my Ironman was the opposite gang. I also used my main account to mine the level 50 mining thing over on White Wolf Mountain. You can also use other players for that, so I made sure to do that. Because I don't have 50 mining yet. Getting there though. So yeah, you get an assortment of experience in various skills. Got a few levels there, but essentially now I'm just one step closer to getting that kingdom. I do need to do Fremenic Trials now though, which does require a raw shark, so I gotta figure out how to get that, considering I don't have the fishing level. Okay, the easiest way is definitely through temple trekking, because you can just do a quick 1 minute, 2 minute run, and you get 20 raw sharks. So that's exactly what I did. You can also get one from killing water fiends, although that is RNG. I didn't want to fuck with that. I'd rather just do something that is guaranteed some raw shark. And there we go, that took almost an hour. Wasn't the worst, but there was a part in that quest that is very reminiscent of One Small Favor, if you know that name. If you just did Fremenic Trials recently, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, now we can do the Throne of Miscellanea quest, which is needed for the kingdom. But first I want to go and finish the Olaf's quest, because it gives a decent amount of defense experience, and it's super quick. Yeah, I wasn't lying, that was really quick, 10 minutes. And there we go, 45 defense. That's what I mean, guys. Definitely worth it. Now let's go do the 2 quests for Kingdom. Throne of Miscellanea completed. So we're also over 100 quest points as well. Holy shit. But there is not enough time to celebrate. We gotta go and do the next one. And done with Royal Trouble. Got to 46 hit points and 46 Slayer. Now what this quest does is it allows me to get more resources from the kingdom because it gives you 5 extra workers. But actually it's not that simple, because I need a lot of money for this to actually work out, and I'm not really sitting at a lot. So I could just go camp for money right now, but I really have so many other goals I'm working on, and it's currently the minigame weekend, so we will get on this. I know it's not efficient to wait, but I'm going to wait. And speaking of the minigame weekend, yes, it has started, so I'm going to make use of the Cabbage Face Punch Bonanza minigame, which for the weekend gives you double the extra daily points. So essentially I can get double points for 1,200, and that means 2,400 points every day extremely quick. And I'll be doing this minigame for the See Decide as well as Slayer tickets. I know you can get some bonus experience for farming, mining, and Slayer, but I'm not going to really worry about those things. I'd rather get the material items out of the way whilst I can. And a lot of you might be wondering, am I going for Void during this minigame weekend? And the answer is no, because I will most likely get Void a separate weekend. They most likely will do this like minigame weekend thing with bonuses in May, like they did last year. So I'm going to bank on that. I'd rather do it when I actually see a need for it, because right now I just don't see any place I can use it. I don't want to waste my entire weekend on it. You know what I mean? We will worry about Void at a later time. Yes, 50 mining from that shooting star. My mining level is definitely just skyrocketing right now. I need 60 for lunar diplomacy, as I've mentioned many times before. So we're just slowly getting on that grind. And yeah, my money is just slowly going up from the daily shooting star rewards. They are so good. Okay, so this might be a little bit of a change. You haven't seen me much at Dungeoneering, so this is a little weird. And I got to 15 Dungeoneering because that's the requirement for the mining resource dungeon in the Dwarven Mine. Now, why do I need that? So I'm planning on mining a lot of iron ore for the future because I need a lot for smithing and summoning. And where I'm standing, the best way to get iron ore is to have the resource dungeon for the bank inside, because this resource dungeon actually has a bank deposit box right inside, and there's iron ore rocks right outside of the dungeon. Okay, just finished up getting 52 mining here, only with the iron ore, so it was so worth it. It was really, really fast. Not super fun, obviously, but it was really, really fast for iron ore collecting. And looking at my collection so far, we're at 750, which if I used all of those at the Artisan's Workshop, I'd be sitting around like 80k experience in smithing, and we'll worry about that when I actually need that. So to change the pace up a bit, I went and did the Beneath Cursed Tides quest, which is the one where you go back to Tutorial Island when it's underwater, and you just have to like help them out or something. And I got to 54 cooking from the rewards, and that put me up to 1,250 total exactly. Anyway, the real reason I did this quest is it unlocks the Giant Oyster monthly. From this, you actually get some decent fishing and farming experience, especially at higher levels. The best part, I would say, though, is once you feed the oyster, the following month, you get a free clue scroll reward from various clues of any tier. So I could get rune armor, I could even get super lucky and get a die or something. So I'm really hoping for something good. We're just gonna have to wait until the next month. Hey, there we go. We finished the See Decide. We got to 2,200 points at the Cabbage Face Punch Bonanza. And even with the double points for twice as long, it still took so long to get these points. And I will continue playing this minigame for some Slayer VIP tickets to help out on the Slayer skill once I get into that. But yeah, I'm super hyped that we have this now. If you're wondering what a See Decide is, it's kind of like the Herbicide and the Bone Crusher, but for seeds. So you actually get farming experience every time you, like, quote-unquote, burn a seed. This is very good for Ironman, because then you can burn seeds that you will never plant anyway, and get the farming out of it. Welcome back to the Christmas event. I got to 50 ranged already. Last time we were here, I think we were at like 37. So yeah, we're going pretty quickly. And yeah, construction isn't far behind either, only a couple levels. So this is freaking awesome because I hate ranged, as I've said in many episodes. So it's nice to skip all of those low levels, and now I can use the orange salamanders. And speaking of construction and whatnot, people have commented on pretty much every one of my videos so far for Ironman. When am I going to be doing god statues, you know? As well as the other monthlies. So the reason why I didn't do this earlier, you know, like in episode 1 or something, is because I wanted to put it off until the very last day of the month, because you only can do it once a month. So if you do it on, you know, December 3rd, you have 27 days you missed out on that you could have gotten construction levels and therefore would have gotten more experience. So monthlies you want to do at the very last day if you can. And what a coincidence, it's the last day of the month, December 31st, and it's actually 4 p.m. my time, and the reset's at 6. So shit, we have 2 more monthlies to do in 2 hours. And I have no idea if I need anything to do them, so if I need like a quest or something, I'm fucked. Not to mention, I do still have my dailies to do in these 2 hours. I still have caches, Big Chin. I am so fucked. But it just came to my attention I actually need the Let Them Eat Pie quest, which I'm surprised I haven't done yet. But luckily this is a very short beginner quest, and that was like 5 minutes, so Now I can sculpt this shit. So for god statues, there's 5 of them around RuneScape, but for me, I can only do 4 of them because the other one is in Elf City. Okay, the first statue is completed, and 4,200 construction and 1,900 prayer. That's pretty good considering there's, 3 other ones I can do. It took me 2 minutes. And yeah, I just finished the other statues, and this is the last one, so I've already gotten to 50 construction and 47 prayer, which I'd say is pretty good. We're sitting at 50 construction already. That is so good considering I haven't even trained construction normally all that much. The last monthly that is available in RuneScape, it's sad that there's only 3 of them, but this one is Troll Invasion. This one gives a really good XP book at the end. Unfortunately, it forced me into the easy mode, which is the 20 wave version. It's a lot longer. I wish I could have done the hard mode version. I'm pretty sure you just have to do it once normally. Regardless though, during the run I did get 47 HP and 47 defense, getting close to that 50 mark so I can go back to mage training. But another thing to mention is you can bank the reward book, so if you are, working on a skill, you can put it in your bank and use it at a later time for even more experience. But I'm impatient, I just wanted to use it right away, and I put it on Herblore, which got me 23k experience and level 55. Oh lordy, okay, so this is something. I went and got the Reaper task for the day, and I got 10 Barrows brothers. Oh man, this is a doozy. I really should do it because Barrows is something I need to get on. I eventually need a full set of Barrows for the Mauritania Elite tasks. The only issue is I'm only 55 magic, and I'm sitting with a level 50 weapon. It's probably not that good. Okay, I'm all set up, got my mage gear. I also got the Desert Pantheon aura from when I got the gold premier pack. You can't use pretty much anything on this aura for an Ironman, except the Sign of Life thing is available. So I can have 2 free Sign of Lives for the next hour, so it should be pretty safe. We can do this. I also only have 3 prayer pots in the bank, so I'm going to run out, and I'm going to have to make more eventually. Okay, we're going to do Darroch's first, which is arguably the worst for my level, because he can almost one-hit me. If, my prayer drops or whatever, he can still hit 2,500 through prayer. I'm a wee bit scared. Oh, that was fairly easy. I think I'll mainly just use prayer only on Darroch's because the other ones shouldn't hit too bad, and I can just kite them. Which, if you're unaware what kiting means, it just means running around everywhere sporadically so that they don't hit you. Ooh, Aram's Tunnel. God, I get those so much in my main. Hopefully the trend continues because it's a very easy tunnel. And yeah, Varric isn't too bad if you just kite the whole time. And prayer really doesn't affect Varric all that much. It does help, but he can hit through prayer because that's his set ability. And one tip for Barrows, if you're doing it at a very low level like I am, is to make sure you're using their weaknesses. Like, Darroch is weak to fire spells, Varric is earth, Torag is water, and Guthans is air. For the other 2, Arams and Carols, because they don't have a weakness that is mage, just use your highest spell and hope for the best. God damn though, Guthans, I was trying to kite him the whole time, but holy shit, he took so much of my food. I'm gonna have to bank on my first kill, damn. Okay, we killed Arams down in the tunnels, and we finished the kill count as well. I usually get anywhere from 8 to 14 kill count, usually around there, and I call it good. So killing these things aren't really that bad for my level either, because I got some pretty good experience, and it looks like I got 48 defense already, jeez. Well, the first reward wasn't all that bad. Not a bad start, I guess. I'll keep going. I just have to bank pretty much every chest now. That is kind of frustrating. If this takes too long, honestly, I'm just getting ripped to shreds every time they hit me, and I feel like my damage is just not on point. I have a level 50 weapon. What can you expect? I may go get 50 defense so I can get better armor with the Fremnik stuff, like I mentioned earlier. I'm just getting rampoodled, man. Absolutely rampoodled. Hey, second run done. I'm kind of getting used to the mechanics again, and that took half as long and took half the food, so I'm pretty proud on that. Also, when I was banking, I made sure to make more prayer pots. I made 9 more, but I'm out of Renars now, so shit. And there we go, done with the 4th chest. Nothing so far, but let's just go get this, and 50 defense! You know what this means? Fremnik power armor is a go! So let's go get those sets before we return to Barrows, because it's seriously killing me. It takes so long, and I'm sure that having the Fremnik power armor will increase the speed a titch. Just a titch. Well, that sucks. This is the first Terrorbird race of 2017 that I was going to do, but apparently they removed the Terrorbird races at the end of 2016. I almost had 60 agility too. Look at that. 50 fucking 9. Alright, so for the Fremenic armors, you have to kill various creatures in Waterbirth for some rare drops to make the actual gear. And the first one I want to get is Rock Shell. I'm going to be a little efficient with this. Here's my manifesto. Okay, so I'm going to get Rock Shell so I can use better melee gear. Use the melee gear to fight the ranged-based creatures to get the ranged set. Then I'm going to use that ranged gear, the spined armor, to fight the mage-based creatures to get the mage set. So we're going to do the melee first, ranged second, and then mage. So I know I'm basically going here for mage only right now for Barrows, but there is no way in hell I can kill the creatures that drop skeletal armor at my current gear setup with range. I'd get my ass whooped. So for the first set of armor, the giant rock crabs drop the rock shell armor pieces. And these guys are somewhat safe spottable. It's not super reliable. I still got hit a bunch, but it was not too bad. Because they're weak to magic, it wasn't that bad, considering magic is my best combat right now. They are very good charms, holy hell. I got 84 golds and even got some crims and blues as well. So, not too much in the way of other drops, but I got an Elkable or two every now and then. And it didn't take too long, like maybe half an hour. But to make this first set, I do need Dagonoth hides, as I said. So to get those, I could either, go to DKs and just kill them slowly with a safe spot, but that is going to be incredibly boring and slow and annoying with 50 magic. So an alternative is just kill Dagonoths at the start of the Waterbirth dungeon, and it wasn't too bad. I also got a medium clue, which I should definitely do soon. And through this, I also got 56 magic and 49 hit points. One more level and we can use that Tuska's Wrath. But yeah, now that we're done with the 6 hides, we can actually go make the rock shell armor. Let's go. Oh my god, I accidentally made 2 helms. Holy shit. I have to go grab another hide. Damn it. Okay, I got it. And look at that shit. We finally have it. After that snafu. But yeah, oh my lord, that is absolutely ugly. If you guys didn't know, the Fremenic armor has not been updated since probably 2008, graphics-wise. So it's actually quite hilarious. Even though it's ugly, oh my god, it helps so much. Look at that. It increases my damage with melee by 140 points, which is like a near 15% increase. That's going to make a huge difference. That's why I got this. Plus it has very good defense. But now that we have that, we can go and work on the next set, which is the spined. But first, let's go to the medium clue. Okay, a few clues into the clue scroll so far. I need an item that requires 51 crafting. Lo and behold, I found out that I need a bunch more snakeskin to even make this. I thought I had enough already, but apparently I don't. So I basically have to go do temple trekking for snakeskin. It's pretty easy, apparently, to get snakeskin there. Alright, another change in plans, because I've literally been here for like 15-20 minutes, have not seen a snakeskin event at all. So I'm going to try something else. I'm going to go to the Taibo Wanai cleanup minigame instead. Apparently you can get some snakes there commonly, and you get 1 snake skin each. In the meantime, I decided just to go get the 51 crafting with the silver bars I had, just to try out the method, because I will be doing this for a very long time. I just wanted to see it with my own eyes. So yeah, I think the Taibo Wanai thing was also another mistake. Oh my god, that took so long, guys. I was here for half an hour. I'm not even kidding. Half an hour to get 6 snake skins. Sorry for complaining, but that was way too much more effort than I actually needed to do. I just made so many mistakes and just was not lucky. If you guys are wondering, I needed 12 snakeskin for the snakeskin chaps, but I already had 6 from temple trekking all the way back when I first did it, when I unlocked it. But we're good now. We got the snakeskin chaps, and now for the other items for this emote clue. So I also need an adamant helmet, which is super easy. I can just buy that in Barbarian Village, but I also need an iron crossbow, which I was like, oh, that's easy. It shouldn't be that high of a fletching level. Well, it's level 39. Fun fact, I'm 38. Fuck. Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand. Yep, Never gonna do a medium clue again. What the fuck is this? All that literally took like an hour and a half. Not even pulling your legs, guys. And I got 10k. Did you guys hear that correctly? 10k. On a lighter note, I guess the Sarah arrows might be handy because I could use those as a Sarah item in God Wars Dungeon, but that's just a consolation prize, man. 10k? Even though I say I won't do another clue again, I know I will. I'm like that. But with dampened spirits, we went back and grinded more for the Fremenic armors. This is a lot more enjoyable. But to make the next set of armor, the spined equipment, I have to kill ranged Dagonoths. Now, there are 2 different Dagonoths in the Waterbirth dungeon, aside from the obvious kings. So I went searching deeper into the dungeon to find a place that only had ranged guys. It took a while to actually find a place. It was like halfway between the start of the dungeon and the Dagonoth kings. But in this spot, there are 2 ranged ones and nothing else. So it might not be super fast because there is only 2 spawns, but this is probably the safest. I will say, though, that the rock shell is absolutely killer. Look at that. I just hit so much more. My accuracy is absolute garbage, though, because I don't have 50 attack, and I'm still using adamant equipment against a level 70. Hey, we got 50 HP, and that's exactly what I needed for Tuska's Wrath. So now I have an extra basic ability. Hopefully it increases my DPS. I definitely need it here. Ayo, just got 50 attacks, so that means I can finally use those rune battle axes like I talked about. They're finally coming in handy. I also got a body talisman as well, which I needed for my Wicked Hood, so that's another talisman done. And yeah, with those rune battle axes, it wasn't all that bad. After I got that upgrade, it was a lot faster, but the entire thing took way too long. Way too long. Like, it might sound like I'm exaggerating, but just getting the 3 unique drops, as well as some duplicates, it took me an hour and 20 minutes. But it's alright, we just need the Dagonoth hides now. But while I'm at it, I might as well get the extra 6 for skeletal. 2 birds with 1 stone. Why not? Well, that sucks. It turns out some of the Fremenic items I've been leaving on the ground the entire time, like the helm, the blade, the shield, they were worth elking. They were like 3k, 4k when you elk them. And I skipped so many of them. Like, I probably skipped like 300k, if not more, GP. But from now on, I'm definitely not going to miss them. They do add up. So that was pretty easy, like 15 minutes to get the 12 hides, maybe a bit longer. But it got me to 58 magic and 51 HP. Not to mention 39 crimsons. That is so many. Holy crap. There we go. We got the spined armor now. My ranged is going to be so good because I have a tier 50 weapon from the orange salamander and tier 50 armor. But I just realized I do need ammo for the orange salamander. I forgot you do. And that is Marintil tar. So let's go grab some swamp tars quick. Okay, cave slimes always drop swamp tar like 1 to 6. So I thought that would be the best way. And it honestly didn't take that long. I got like 205 of them, which is essentially 205 ammo. You do need 1 Marintil per 15 tar, by the way, when you make these. But it is 1 tar for 1 ammo. Rest in peace, Marintils. I loved you so. Now I'm all geared up for the creatures that drop the skeletal pieces. And I'm not even gonna try pronouncing their name. That is ugly. Please. Why is it named that? But yeah, we're like 3 hours into this. If you don't even include the clue scroll from earlier, so I just want this done. I want to go back to Barrows. Sometimes I wonder, was it all worth it? Was it all worth it? Damn, we finally did it. Yes, there we go. It took me like 30 minutes, a lot less than I expected because I was using range, which is not that good for Ironman, and they were kicking my ass. I had to bank a couple times, like once or twice. And look at that, it's the only set out of the 3 that doesn't make your eyes bleed. Like, a lot of people might think is ugly, but I think it looks pretty good compared to the other 2. And too bad it's not like the end game gear. I can't like use it for Fashionscape and still be efficient. I know I can get like a keepsake key, but that's not worth it. I don't know. I just really like it. It really vibes with me. But yeah, what the hell? We had 6 more Barrows chests to do. Oh, that was a quite a doozy. That was like a 5-hour detour or some shit. That was a long time. It would have been probably faster just to do the Barrows and sucked it up. But oh well, we do have the better gear now, which will definitely help out even past this task. So the skeletal definitely allows me to hit a lot more on the brothers, as well as giving me a bit more defense for kill count. It's not super important for Barrows because they pretty much always hit you, but for kill count it does help out a bit. Was it worth the time? I guess you probably know the answer. Probably not. Don't make me cry, guys. But anyway, we only have a couple more runs left, and I got 59 magic. So this is really good because now I can use the Fire Strike spell, which will help out on the Darok kills. But I also need this for the Family Crest quest, because you have to use each of the blast spells on the boss. So now I can go grab those beautiful cooking gauntlets and goldsmithing gauntlets later on to get more food, because I am running out of so much food and prayer and just general supplies with Barrows. It's going to get so bad if I have to do this like every day. Also, on another brighter note, I am 1 level away from level 60 magic, and you know what that means. I finally can get a better staff. I can't wait. Wow, look at that. Holy shit. I got a Dragon Med Helm, and this is only my 8th chest. So, still no Barrows equipment, but that's really good. I'm so happy we got a Dragon Med Helm, because at first glance, it's like, well, shit, that sucks. Not a Barrows item. But if you think about it, that might come in handy later. Like, I don't have access to level 60 gear, really, for melee, and this is basically a free level 60 helm. Until I guess I get a Slayer helm, because that'll be better pretty much everywhere when I'm slaying. Not to mention, if it does become useless, I can always just elk it for a huge amount of money. So yeah, thank you, Barrows. Alright, 10 chests finally done. That was quite a doozy. Like, half the episode was dedicated to this shit. I didn't get anything crazy other than that helm we just talked about, but the runes that you get here do add up, and the blood and the death runes will be usable and useful later on when I get to better magic, like ancient spells, for example. Also, this will come in handy for Viswax once I get into that, because you need a lot of runes, a lot of different types of runes. Anyway, now that I'm close to 60 magic, let's go and actually grab that and upgrade my staff. So I elked a bunch of my items in my bank that I've been keeping forever, so it all added up to like 126k. That's really fucking good. I am not going to complain about 126k just from items I forgot about. I finished the 60 magic over at Green Dragons. I was kind of like debating on where to go for the magic training. I could have gone to so many different places, but I landed on the Green Dragons because I wanted to test them out with mage, sorry. And it honestly worked out pretty good. They're so easy, and I got a bunch of like Dragon Bones and Green D'hide for the future. And oh my god, too, we got a 1300 total level. That is so high already in just 5 episodes. A huge increase from the last episode, considering a lot of my levels were from higher leveled skills already. It's absolutely insane. Alright, well, this was so easy, my dudes. Like, you just have to fight a boss up here in the wilderness in the mage arena. He has like 5 different forms, and yeah, it's laughable, like I say about every quest boss, honestly. And just like that, we got my new staff and my new cape. It looks so nice too with the skeletal. And it'll be a massive step up from where I was before. My accuracy is so much higher. Like, it's a huge increase. Like, not even exaggerating. It's like a 35 to 40% increase in accuracy. Anyway, though, I do want to mention why I got the Zamorak staff instead of the Guthix or something. Because a lot of people get the Guthix staff and get the special because it can drain the defense of the enemy. I may go get that in the future, but the reason I got the Zami staff right away is so I could get the Zami cape, because I can use that Zami cape as a Zamorak item at God Wars, because my first God Wars I want to do is Zamorak, so I can get some subjugation, Zamorakian spear, etc. So that's why I did that. I can always buy the Gothic staff later for 80k, it's not a big deal. Anyway though, we are sitting at 1300 total, as you guys saw, and that is some really high skills. I'm really liking the progress lately, and just keep in mind that this episode was so long and jam-packed with progress that I'm assuming it won't ever get this crazy again. With that, guys, I'll see you in the next episode next week. But if you want to talk to me in-game, join my friends chat Fat Nooblet. If you want to have some updates on my YouTube and streaming, follow me on Twitter. Either way, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.